Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to this brand new video. Welcome to all my brand new viewers here on the channel, and welcome back to all of my current subscribers. So if you're new to the channel, you will not know this, but during last year, right in the middle of the pandemic, I moved house due to work reasons. And so I haven't really gave a proper room tour for this house yet. I've not even shown the room yet. I think you may have seen probably my shelves, and that's probably it. Housing of my movies. But I've not given kind of a proper setup video on what equipment I'm using, all the shelves I use for my movies, my actual movie collection. You can even see some art back there that I've got to put up yet. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving a complete tour of the room. I will not be showing my complete movie collection. I'll probably do that in a separate video. But I will kind of go through how I organize the collection, and you can kind of pause the video to see what titles I have if you're interested. So guys, if you do enjoy the video, please leave it to a thumbs up on the video. It really helps me out, helps the YouTube algorithm get this to more people. Hit that subscribe button if this is your first video and you did enjoy it and you want to see more. Alright guys, so without further ado, let's get into the video and show you my setup. So during the video, if it's something specific that you want to jump ahead and see right away, I will leave timestamps on the time on the YouTube video. If you click that, it'll take you straight to the part you want to see. I'll also leave some timestamps in the description so you can jump ahead that way. Alright guys, so the first part of the tour is going to be my entertainment system. So in front of me here we have an LG C10 55 inch or CX, whichever you prefer to call it. I picked this up in December of last year, 2020. I think I got it for around $1,300 after a price match guarantee from John Lewis. Very happy with the TV. It's definitely the best TV I've ever bought. And it was a big purchase, but I totally do not regret it. I was kind of scared when I first got it because I was like, what if it doesn't live up to my expectations? You know, because I researched the TV quite heavily for months to determine if it was the TV for me, and I have not an inch of regret. I do not regret it at all. And I haven't adjusted the way I watch TV. I do everything on this TV. I watch YouTube, I watch normal daytime TV, I watch sports, I play games, I watch YouTube, I watch Netflix, I do everything on this TV. It hasn't stopped me watching anything or playing anything. Of course, people are scared of burn-in. That's partly why I went to John Lewis, because they had an exclusive burn-in policy on their warranty plus scheme that they've got. So I do not regret it one bit, and this TV is beautiful. I mean, I've got a 4K video playing from YouTube on here, and like you can see there, like how sharp and how detailed it all is. It still blows me away to this day, even though I've had it for like 8 months now. It's just a great TV. The only thing I've changed in terms of viewing, I used to have Sky Sports News on in the background, like nearly all day, every day, when I had an LED. I've stopped doing that because of course that would cause burn-in, but really, I haven't really missed doing that. It was just on in the background for the sake of it. It wasn't really purposeful. So yeah, but yeah, the TV I absolutely love. Can't remember if I mentioned it's the 55 inch version, which is the right size for my room. I think if I got the 65, I think it probably would have been too big for the room. And I'm literally, like, this is where I sit to watch TV, so it's literally like 2-3 meters away, so it is still quite close up for watching. But yeah, I still get blown away with it when I'm watching TV and watching movies. Like I just watched the 2012 Avengers film on Disney Plus, and the stream was one of the best streams I've seen in 4K. It was amazing how good that movie looks. So it still blows me away after 8 months. Alright, so we'll take a look at some of the other items I have on this entertainment system. Alright, so along the front here, I typically keep all of my controllers. Yes, I have a lot of controllers. I know people probably have more than this, but this is what I currently have for a day-to-day basis. So we have my Xbox controller sat right there. I've got my AirPods, which I connect to the TV so that I can watch TV throughout the night, especially sports and things like that, like American sports. And then movies late at night. It's really great way to not have to have cables, and it means that you can watch TV in all hours. We've got the TV remote, which is pretty cool. I know that this year's model has a new style of remote, but I really do like that one. Then we have the Sky Q remote. This is for the mini box. Then we've got my Panasonic 4K player remote there, and then my Firestick 4K remote right there. So I know we're zoomed in quite close right now, it's because I'm standing right next to the TV, but I will show you where I keep my Xbox. So if you come around the side here, ignore the cable management because it is a shambles. This is the back of my TV with my Xbox. So I do have the Series X Xbox. I've been an Xbox person my whole life. My first console was the 360, so I've grew up just knowing Xbox. So I guess I'm Xbox exclusive for life now. But yeah, absolutely powerful unit. You know, I went from having the day one Xbox One from like 2013, 2014. And then I never bought an Xbox again up until this one. And oh my god, what an upgrade it was. It's one of the biggest upgrades I've seen in tech. It just blows that one out of the water. The loading times are insane. I mean, I can load up Red Dead Redemption 2 within like 30 seconds in 4K. It's got a terabyte storage, which is double what I originally had. Yeah, the graphics are insane. So definitely the best console I've ever had. And I did think about converting over to PlayStation, mainly because the exclusives that they have. But ultimately I was like, I can't be bothered changing everything. So I just stuck with getting the Xbox, and I totally do not regret it. I love it. If you're wondering what all this is literally the sun. Because outside my window, I have trees and a fence, so sometimes you get this kind of weird effect going on. Alright, and then right next to the Xbox, this is where I have my 4K Firestick plugged in right there, which I don't really use now because, again, the TV has all the apps that I need, so I don't really use it anymore, unfortunately, but I do still have it, so if I want to put it in the living room maybe, or the kitchen, I can put it in there probably. Alright guys, you have to excuse the glare here. I tried my hardest, but it's not working. So this is my Panasonic 4K player. This is the UB 820. So I think like the second highest model. And I was pretty confident when I was looking to get the player at the same time as the TV. I knew for straight away that this was the player I was going to get. I'm in a couple home cinema groups on Facebook, and every day people were saying that they'd bought one and they loved it, and people were asking, you know, what player should I get, and nearly everyone said get the 820. So I was a bit hesitant because I think it was like £300, and I thought that's a lot for a player, but I thought if I'm getting a beast of a TV, I need to get a player that can back it up. So I did end up biting the bullet and getting the player. Do not regret it. It is a fantastic player. I will show this. I'm going to do a video in the next couple of weeks, kind of going into more detail with my TV and the player and my Xbox and such. So I will show off my settings and things that I use in that video, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, so that is the 4K player that I use. Then real quick, just going to show this quickly. This is my SkyQ mini box. Yeah, nothing much to say about that. Really handy having it in here. And of course I got Sky Cinema and things like that, so I do get some movies off there as well. And of course TV and sports. Alright guys, so now that the entertainment system part is out of the way, I'm going to show you the movies. So this is on the right hand side of the TV. So we'll go down here real quick. That's just my Xbox box and a spare controller that came with it. We've got a bunch of artwork over here, which I'll go into in a little minute. But this is the bulk of the movie collection. So not going to go into it title by title, but I will show you kind of how I organize it, and you can kind of see the titles for yourself. So these bookshelves I actually didn't get out of IKEA. I actually got these from Argos. Can't remember what they're called. I bought them months ago, but I think it's just their basic black bookshelves. But they're really sturdy. To me, they're actually better than the Billy bookcases that I had from IKEA. I think the color's nicer, and they're definitely more sturdy. So I probably won't buy the Billy ones again. But up the top, we have some of my box sets, not all of them, but this is most of them. So this is just to try and save space on the normal shelving. And then we've got 2 random pop vinyls up there. So that's some of those. Then down here, we have my 4Ks. So this is like a numbering card I got for a Casino Everything Blue edition that I got a couple years ago. And then a pair of dice that came with it. So these are all just alphabetical. There's no order of packaging or anything. They're all just alphabetical. Just easier that way, I suppose. I keep a little gap just so if I get any more titles. Then it comes along here and we've got some more 4Ks. Got the recent Indiana Jones box set there, which is fantastic. Then we're on to the 3rd shelf of 4Ks. I've got a random CD. This is KSI's album. It was only like £5 and it came signed, so that's kind of why I bought that. I wasn't too fussed about owning in the CD, but since it came with a signed card thing, I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So yeah, more 4Ks down here. Then we're on to the 4th shelf, which comes to an end of the 4Ks. Pretty awesome. Then if we come down to the 5th shelf, this is the start of the Blu-rays. So this has recently just been rearranged. I like to change up the Blu-rays just because I get sick of looking at them the same way all the time. So down here we've got my digibooks. Then we start off with the steelbooks. I'm not really a steelbook person anymore. I've kind of went off steelbooks. I don't think they make them very nice anymore. Especially Zavi, I think they just choose really crappy artwork and then just put £30 on the price tag. So yeah, I typically don't buy steelbooks anymore. So there's all my steelbooks for Blu-ray. Back in the day when Blu-ray was the main format, that I almost exclusively bought steelbooks for every movie. These are movies that I got recently that you saw in my last update. If you haven't seen that, it's on my channel, check it out. I'll leave a link in the description, but I haven't put them away yet. But we've got the rest of the steelbooks there, and then we've got the HMV Premium Collection. Then we've got my small Arrow Video and Arrow Academy section. My Masters of Cinema releases, a couple Criterions, a couple Signal 1 and Plan B and Indicator titles. And then from here on out it's just A to Z for the normal Blu-rays. And then we come down to the next shelf, more standard Blu-rays. I have done complete collections in the past, so if you want to go check those out, I have a playlist on my channel. Again, I'll leave a link in the description to the collection playlists if you want to check those out. Last shelf for this shelf, or this unit I should say. Down to the P's and the R's and the S's. So there is book shelves 1 and 2 of the collection. Alright, so in the corner here we have some artwork. Most of this I'm just waiting to try and hang up. I'm just trying to work out where it's all going to go, so I'll go into this quickly because obviously artwork in our movie room is important. So we've got this little film graph, film reel for The Dark Knight. which I got a good couple of years ago now. So it's got like film reels, as you can see. So that's pretty cool. One of my prized possessions, certificate of authenticity. We have my Jessica Chastain signed autograph, which is 100% real, not lying. I actually just had it verified, so that's great to get a second verification for it. So yeah, I've got that one. Of course, that is a picture of her from 0 Dark 30, one of my favorite movies, and she's one of my favorite actresses. So that is one of my prized possessions. This is a vinyl for Black Bear's Digital Drug Lord album, which I wanted to get framed and hung up. So that's pretty cool. I don't collect vinyl, but I want to get my favorite albums and just hang them up on the wall. Here is a Once Upon a Time in Hollywood poster, which I got from HMV, which I need to frame still. This I was given as a gift. This is my favorite TV show of all time, Dad's Army, and the signatures they're not real. They're printed. Yeah, it's very expensive to get real ones, but someone made this for me and gave it to me. And then we've got 2 poster tubes. Got a signed poster from a YouTuber, and then I think this is some poster from the Casino box set, which I have on 4K. So yeah, there we go. That's most of my artwork. I do want to get a lot more artwork for the room and some nicer artwork as well. Alright, so right next to the TV, I've got 3 bundles of movies that I'm trying to sell. If anyone wants to make me an offer, including shipping, I will ship all this out to you. I really just want rid of it. Alright, so we are on the other end of the room now, and we are on to the other half of the movie collection. So yeah, we've got a lot of here, plus we've got some books at the bottom, which I'll talk about. So at the top we have some pop vinyls, which I don't collect. I just randomly get these sometimes if I see one that I like. A couple Game of Thrones ones. We've got Darth Vader. We've got Kurt Russell from The Hateful Eight, which is awesome. You got the Joker, and then you got Bobby Axelrod from the show Billions, which if you've never seen, definitely watch that show. It's great. Then we've got an Abbott and Costello box set, which I got recently. And then a random Family Guy box set, which I've had for ages. And then when we come down here, this is the continuation of the movies. So starting with the S's, keep on moving. And then we keep on moving to here, which is the start of the T's, the U's, the V's, W's. And then we move on to the TV shows. Which I don't really buy on Blu-ray now, unless it's like my favorite show. So yeah, we've got Ash vs Evil Dead, Ballers, Chicago Fire, which I'm a big fan of, which you might not think, but yes I am. It's a great show. A couple documentaries thrown in. We've got the Conor McGregor documentary there. Homeland, one of my favorite shows. Loved Homeland. We've got a Quentin Tarantino documentary right there, which is really good. A couple UFC ones there as well. And then we go into my DVDs. Now I went through all these, the 3 piles that you saw were mostly DVDs that I'm just trying to get rid of. I really don't watch these anymore, but these are the ones I wanted to keep just in case. So these are mostly TV shows from here, which most of these are not on Blu-ray. So that's why I keep these. Of course, gotta have Dad's Army, my favorite show. Still Game, which is a fantastic comedy series. So that continues on to here. Then I've got a little stand-up comedy section, which is cool because the Kevin Bridges brand new tour DVD, that's actually signed by him. Got a couple of UFC pay-per-view DVDs and documentary DVDs. I'm a big UFC fan. And then we go into, with no order at all, just the rest of the movies on DVD. Like, I don't even know why I own that, Black Hawk Down and Jarhead, because I own both of them on Blu-ray and Black Hawk on 4K, so I don't know why I've still got that. But yeah, no order to these. These are just ones that I don't want to get rid of. We've got a lot of westerns in here and a lot of war films, which are mostly the ones that are expensive on Blu-ray or you have to import. So you got more of them down here. Again, if you want to see the titles, you can pause. And then that's it. Empty shelf. And then for some reason we've got more down here. I don't know why I've got an empty shelf and then these, but yeah, I do. Again, a lot of westerns in here. And then if we move over to this shelf, we've got my tiny Xbox collection. I mostly buy these digitally now, but I do have a couple in here that are newer. These are all disc-only DVDs that I've got. There used to be a store near me that sold disc-onlys for like 20 pence to like 50 pence. So there's a bunch in there of all the ones that I've got. Then we've got a couple slipcovers, quite a few slipcovers actually, of movies that I don't really need. And then I've got some random CDs there. Don't know why, because I don't use CDs. That's why they're there, collecting dust. Then we go into my books. Wide variety of books here. We've got a couple graphic novels and comics there. One of my favorite books, the 1001 Movies You Must See Before You Die book. This is the 2014 edition, which I got back in 2014. I have a list on my Letterboxd, so you can see every film that I've seen from that book. I think it's about 180 or something like that. So if you want to see every film I've seen from there, you can go on my Letterboxd, which is in the description, and you can have a look. I've got a Sarah Millican book here. She is a stand-up comedian, one of my favorite comedians. I have all of her DVDs up there. And yeah, this is like a little biography that she wrote. I've got the first two Game of Thrones books. And then this one's interesting. Annie Jacobson's Area 51 book. I'm a big fan of the Joe Rogan podcast, and she was on the podcast, and she was promoting a bunch of her books. Joe Rogan was a big fan, and they were talking about it and the subject and all that, and it really, really interested me. So I actually went out and bought her book, and yeah, I'm only that way into it, but it's very, very interesting. So yeah, I highly recommend it if you're into alien shit and all that. And secret stuff. And then we've got some digital copies there which are American, which I'm trying to sell in some Facebook groups. So guys, that is the room tour. That is what I'm working with currently. As I said, I always want to improve the room. I also want to get a lot of art for the room as well. I think the wall beside my TV is very bare, so I want to get a really nice canvas or something for there. If you have any ideas and suggestions of any way I can improve the setup or the room in general, be sure to leave a comment down below giving me your suggestions. I'm always open to new suggestions. So if you did like the video, as I said at the start of the video, give it a big massive thumbs up. It really helps the channel out in the YouTube algorithm. Be sure to share it with your friends and your family if they like movie setups as well. Hit that subscribe button if you are new around here. It really shows your support, and I would love it if you could subscribe. It's totally free. Be sure to check me out on my social medias down in the description down below. You can check out my Instagram and my Letterboxd. Those are my two most active social media platforms that I use currently. If you want to see what I'm watching daily, I do post on my Instagram story every film that I watch to kind of give you guys an insight into what I watch and how many films I watch daily or weekly. Check out my Letterboxd if you love movie reviews or seeing some kind of ranking lists that I have on there. I have over 60 on there. I'm basically active on Letterboxd every day. So if you are on Letterboxd, be sure to follow me in the description to Letterboxd. So until next time guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching as always, and as always, take it easy, stay awesome, peace.